Ferrari is following Hamilton's direction. Yuki has been told to improve his performances, and Carlos has more to improve at Williams. Do consider subbing. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Ferrari's F1 journey has seen some dramatic turns this season, particularly with the dynamics between Charles Leclerc and the legendary Lewis Hamilton. Recent reports suggest a significant shift within the Ferrari team, as Leclerc has expressed his intention to go his own way with the SF25, rather than relying on Hamilton's insights from the other side of the garage. This move comes as the team grapples with early challenges in the 2025 Constructors' Championship, where they find themselves in 4th place. According to the respected Italian publication Corriere dello Sport, Leclerc's message to Ferrari leadership comes amidst a backdrop of fluctuating performances. While Hamilton recently claimed victory in the sprint race in China, Leclerc's 4th place finish in Japan remains the team's best result thus far. This situation marks a pivotal moment for Leclerc, who seems determined to carve out a distinct identity for his driving style and approach with the SF25. With whispers in the paddock about a new floor for the SF25 aimed at improving the car's balance and drivability, the internal discussions at Ferrari appear to be heating up. Reports indicate that Leclerc informed team principal Fred Vasseur and key engineers of his intention to chart his own course. He reportedly stated, "I'm going my own way," clearly signaling his desire to implement changes he feels are necessary for success. Speculation surrounding the team's internal dynamics intensified when Hamilton hinted at an underperforming aspect of the Ferrari car. After the Japanese Grand Prix, Hamilton alluded to a deficit between both sides of the garage, suggesting that the two drivers may not be fully aligned on the car's potential and performance. This admission adds another layer of complexity to an already charged atmosphere at Ferrari, as Leclerc begins to assert his independence. As the Bahrain Grand Prix approaches, Leclerc is primed to test his new strategies and driving style, hoping to set a course that distinguishes his approach from Hamilton's insights. This development could dramatically reshape the team's competitive strategy moving forward in the season. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor how these unfolding dynamics will affect Ferrari's chances in the Constructors' Championship and whether Leclerc's assertiveness will pay off on the track. "I was completely on my own. The guys in front were just too quick." This was the reality faced by Charles Leclerc, who expressed his frustrations after a challenging race weekend. Despite the optimism and belief that the balance was right in the car, the performance simply wasn't enough. He stated, "I thought maybe there was something to do, but then they started to push more, and they were just faster." This sentiment of disappointment is evident as Leclerc reflects on the hard work and preparation put forth by the team, highlighting the struggle to maximize points. "We've just got to maximize the points, which is what we have done. I hope that later on in the season we can fight for better." Looking ahead to the Bahrain Grand Prix, Leclerc is pragmatic about their current pace. "I think this is the pace. Honestly, what we've shown this weekend is there's not much more in the car." Meanwhile, in the backdrop of these challenges, Red Bull's Max Verstappen surged to victory in Japan, taking the lead from pole to the checkered flag, marking the start of his F1 2025 campaign with a stunning performance. McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri rounded out the podium, creating a competitive dynamic in the standings. As the drivers' standings unfold, Leclerc finds himself 2 places and 5 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton, having outperformed him in each of the season's opening races. With Hamilton also adjusting to life at Ferrari, it's clear that the team has yet to make the impact they hoped for this season. There are changes on the horizon as FP1 at the Bahrain Grand Prix approaches, with drivers like Verstappen, Leclerc, and Fernando Alonso gearing up for the challenge ahead. As tensions rise, former team bosses and commentators weigh in on Leclerc's situation, emphasizing that he understands the issues the team has to confront to elevate their performance. Stay tuned as we analyze how these developments will influence the upcoming races and potentially reshape the competitive landscape of Formula One this season. Yuki Tsunoda recently transitioned to Red Bull and had his debut at the Suzuka Grand Prix. However, his performance has raised eyebrows, with some experts questioning whether he is truly ready for the challenge of driving the RB21. Tom Coronel, a former racer-turned-pundit, delivered a blunt assessment of Tsunoda's debut, stating he is not yet good enough for the car. As the second Red Bull car continues to struggle for points in the 2025 Formula One season, this critique has garnered attention from fans and analysts alike. Initially, Red Bull had high hopes for Tsunoda, particularly after his predecessor, Liam Lawson, faced difficulties early in the season. Lawson was sent back to the Junior Racing Bulls team, making way for Tsunoda to step into the spotlight at his home Grand Prix. While Tsunoda did manage to outperform Lawson in qualifying by reaching Q2, he only managed a disappointing P15 on the grid, finishing P12 in the race itself. Despite the spotlight on Tsunoda, it wasn't enough to change the narrative surrounding the second Red Bull driver. Fans continue to hope for a breakthrough, especially now that reigning champion Max Verstappen has set a new Suzuka lap record and clinched his first victory of the season. Tsunoda's inability to score points, particularly when his teammate is performing well, adds pressure to his position. Coronel further emphasized the disappointment with Tsunoda's performance, insisting that to remain competitive, a driver must secure points, especially when the lead driver is achieving success. The expectation is clear. If the top driver is excelling, the second car needs to contribute to the team's total points, and Tsunoda's current standings reflect a missed opportunity. As we look forward to the upcoming races, fans will be eager to see if Tsunoda can rise to the task and demonstrate that he is indeed capable of performing at Red Bull's high standards. Will he be able to turn around his fortunes and finally help his team score much-needed points, or will the pressure continue to mount? The coming weeks will be critical in assessing Tsunoda's future with Red Bull and in Formula One altogether. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this story and bring you the latest updates from the world of Formula One. Reflecting on his recent race experience, Yuki Tsunoda expressed his frustration for not scoring points at the Suzuka Grand Prix. He explained that he set up his RB21 anticipating rainy conditions that unfortunately didn't arrive. "I feel very frustrated and disappointed not to score points, but it is what it is," Tsunoda stated candidly. Looking ahead, Tsunoda remains optimistic about his next performance. "Next time when I come to my home Grand Prix, I'll be in a better shape, and hopefully I can aim for more than a top 5, he affirmed. However, he acknowledged the slip-up in his car's setup, saying, "In terms of setup, it was more towards the rain, which didn't happen. That was a bit unfortunate." Despite facing tough overtaking conditions during the race, he learned valuable lessons. "I knew it was going to be tough for overtaking. I learned a lot of things about the car with this decent 52 laps, so I'm excited for the next race," he reflected. Tsunoda expressed a yearning for another qualifying chance, but he understands that he must improve in future races. "I just have to do better in the next race," he noted. Excitingly, his next opportunity to prove himself comes at the Bahrain Grand Prix, which kicks off the first triple header of the F1 2025 season. As he gears up for this pivotal race, fans will be eagerly watching to see if he can capitalize on the lessons from Suzuka. Meanwhile, Tsunoda also addressed the sympathy surrounding Liam Lawson's recent demotion from the Red Bull seat, hinting that he too has felt the pressure and challenges during this transition. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's advisor, commented on Tsunoda's performance, highlighting that while it wasn't a win, his efforts in the debut race garnered respect. Tsunoda's drive and determination will be crucial as he moves forward, determined to turn his fortunes around in the upcoming Grand Prix. Stay tuned for more updates as the excitement unfolds in F1 2025. Recently, Johnny Herbert weighed in on Alonso's glowing compliments about Verstappen during the race at Suzuka. Herbert suggested that Alonso's public support for the Red Bull driver was influenced by the fact that he and Verstappen have never been teammates, unlike Alonso's tumultuous relationship with Hamilton back in 2007. You see, that 2007 season at McLaren was pivotal for Alonso. Both drivers finished just a single point behind Kimi Raikkonen, the eventual champion. Amid this fierce competition, It's not surprising that Herbert believes Alonso still harbors some residual bitterness about that year. While Alonso has praised Verstappen's impressive pole lap at Suzuka, a lap that showcased Verstappen's extraordinary talent, Herbert pointed out the dynamics are different. Unlike his battle with Hamilton, Alonso hasn't had to compete against someone as formidable as Verstappen while having equal machinery. Indeed, Alonso described Verstappen's performance as something magical, stating, "Only he can do it, higher than the car deserves." This admiration may hint at a recognition of talent without the personal rivalry that clouded his time with Hamilton. Herbert speculated further about whether Alonso's positive remarks also stem from memories of his challenging first stint with McLaren, where he did not have everything his own way. So, as we reflect on Alonso's trajectory in F1, one must wonder, does the past continue to shape his present opinions on drivers like Hamilton and Verstappen? There's a compelling story here that intertwines admiration, rivalry, and perhaps a touch of regret. As we approach the rest of the F1 season, keep an eye on these narratives, because on the grid, as in life, it's the backstories that often enrich our understanding of the competition. And with that, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Max Verstappen has had a turbulent relationship with his rivals, but when we look back at 2007, there's another dynamic at play. That year, Lewis Hamilton burst onto the scene alongside two-time world champion Fernando Alonso at McLaren. Many expected Hamilton, the rookie, to struggle, but he delivered a shocking reality check to Alonso. Their fierce competition shook the foundation of their partnership. Alonso, at the peak of his game, faced unexpected difficulties as Hamilton proved to be more than just a young driver. He was a formidable contender. This intense rivalry didn't just lead to some thrilling races, it soured things between them, leaving Alonso with a sense of bitterness that lingers even years later. As Alonso navigated through that challenging season, his frustration became palpable. He believed that with proper support from team principal Ron Dennis, things could have gone differently. Yet, in the heat of competition, it's often the unexpected challenges that test a driver's resolve. Switching gears, let's turn our attention to Max Verstappen. Despite doubts, he has consistently shown his ability to deliver, even when he enters a race weekend feeling uncertain. His tenacity on the track is commendable and a testament to what it means to be a true competitor. Now, speaking of changes, the upcoming Bahrain Grand Prix promises to shake things up. Not only will we see changes with drivers like Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, but anticipation is high as these dynamics continue to evolve in the current F1 landscape. Meanwhile, we have some exciting updates from outside the racetrack as well. Jeremy Clarkson has proposed a bold plan to resurrect interest in the sport after some lackluster races. His ideas could spark further discussion about how to keep fans engaged in a fast-paced world full of options. As F1 continues to evolve, both on the track and off, drivers like Verstappen and Alonso remain at the center of these stories. Their experiences and rivalries shape the narrative of the sport, while fans and analysts alike closely follow each twist and turn. So, what are your thoughts on the upcoming races and the changing dynamics in F1? Let us know in the comments. Carlos Sainz is currently navigating the early challenges of his new role at Williams, and his journey has been marked by a determination to adapt and improve. After spending 4 seasons with Ferrari, Sainz is confident that he will get faster as he garners more experience with his new team. Despite being behind his teammate Alex Albon in every race and qualifying session so far in 2025, Sainz's commitment to experimentation is evident as he works to find the best setup for himself. He remains optimistic, noting, "The more laps I do with this car, I'll just get faster and faster." His belief in continuous improvement is a mantra that has followed him throughout his racing career. At the Japanese Grand Prix, Sainz qualified 12th, just a fraction behind Albon, highlighting the thin margin that separates the two teammates. Even though he faced setbacks in Q2, his slight improvements indicate that he is edging closer to matching Albon's pace. Sainz has made adjustments to both his driving style and the car's setup, allowing him to mitigate some of the vehicle's evident weaknesses. He provided insight into his recent changes after the race, saying, "We worked a bit on setup, making it a bit closer to where I wanted. This hands-on approach has enabled him to align better with his car's capabilities, leading to an enhanced performance during both qualifying and the race. In Sainz's view, commitment to the right adjustments can significantly influence his competitiveness on the track. As the season progresses, Sainz remains focused on refining his skills at different circuits. He acknowledges that some tracks may present greater challenges than others, but views this as an opportunity to further test and optimize the car's setup. This proactive attitude is crucial in a team sport like Formula One, where collaboration and adaptability can make all the difference. In summary, while Carlos Sainz is still adapting to his new environment at Williams, his optimism and resilience suggest that his trajectory is one of growth and potential. Keep an eye on him as the 2025 season unfolds. With each lap, he's determined to unlock the full potential of his racing capabilities. As we move into the next phase of the season, there's a strong anticipation surrounding the upcoming races. For one driver, there's a clear sense of optimism regarding their performance in their latest vehicle. With each race and lap completed, the driver believes they will only get faster as they become more attuned to the car's capabilities. However, it's not without its challenges. After the qualifying sessions, the team discovered several weaknesses that need addressing. The driver has noted that they're losing significant lap time in specific areas of the track, which directly correlates with the car's performance. This insight suggests that there's quite a bit of homework to be done to optimize the setup and performance. Despite these issues, the driver is confident that the car has the potential to secure points. By stringing together stronger weekends and overcoming the car's current hurdles, they believe that success is within reach. The Bahrain Grand Prix presents its own challenges, with its unique conditions of testing in the morning and qualifying at night. Nevertheless, the team remains committed to making progress in every session. Shifting our focus to the broader landscape, the Bahrain Grand Prix also features a significant lineup of driver changes for the first practice session. Notable names like Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and Fernando Alonso are set to participate, promising an exciting atmosphere as these top drivers take to the track. In another story making waves in the F1 community, Carlos Sainz has found himself in the spotlight after a difficult Japanese Grand Prix weekend. His performance has left some questioning his trajectory as he faces a punishment following an incident with Lewis Hamilton during qualifying. This incident adds another layer to the ongoing narratives surrounding these racing legends, reminding fans of the high-stakes drama that unfolds in each race weekend. As we continue to follow the storylines and developments in Formula One, stay tuned to see how these narratives evolve in the upcoming races. The track is set, and the excitement is palpable.